So my name is Vivien Villani, and I'm a film composer and also a lecturer on film scoring. Which means I've been professor of film scoring for many years, and I'm still giving lectures from time to time, especially in New York. So we have Making Monsters tomorrow evening, and that's the premiere in Los Angeles, which is great news. We put a lot of time and effort in that movie, so that's we're happy about it. So, what's something you do that might be somewhat trivial, but that you always do for each project? I'm not sure if it's trivial. I have something in mind. I'm not sure if it's interesting. Something very typical is about looking for influence into the work of others. No matter if you're a musician, an actor, a writer, a director, a painter, maybe. Very often, any kind of creative person is going to look for influences through works of other people from the same field, which have been an influence on them. So I think something which shouldn't be forgotten about is getting back to our own work as an influence as well. So we are I think it's just the human nature and just the human mind tends to forget extremely fast, just from one year to the other. So today, for example, we are in Shriekfest, and from one year to the next one, you met some people and you already completely forgot about them. And sometimes it takes to meet them another time just to remember that they exist. And even though sometimes they were even like some sort of friends, temporary friends for a few days. So it's just the human memory. Also, we have many things to think about all the time. And it's the same with our own creation. So we did various kinds of works in the past, and we have so many stuff, going throughout the years that sometimes we even completely forget about something we created a few years ago. And by going back to our own work, our own things from the past, sometimes we may remember of some ideas, some creative ideas that we had, and that we just forget about. And if we don't go back to these early influences that we had, maybe we will never find the same kind of ideas again, and maybe ideas which will be which we had in the past, and then we forget that we had them, and maybe it would be extremely valuable ideas for future projects. So and it's funny, I remember a few years ago, I was speaking with a French composer, a classical composer, who is called Régis Campo. And he was almost like a mentor because I was younger than him. And sometimes he was telling me about his creative process. And one day on the phone, he told me, you know what, I'm working on my next piece of music, and I'm reworking on my own stuff. I'm rereading my own scores. And I thought, am I hearing what I'm hearing now? I mean, or are you, is it a joke or something? He said, no, it's real. I'm reading my own pieces of music in the past because so many ideas that I had, and I just didn't remember that I had them, one day. And so I always remember this anecdote, anytime I have a new project, and that I should sometimes reread my own stuff.
Hi, this is Edward. If you've enjoyed this episode of The Creative Draw, please like and share it. If you like what we're doing, please subscribe to our channel and be sure to set notifications on. If you want early access to The Creative Draw and access to behind-the-scenes fun, please subscribe to us on patreon.com/HalbenderMedia. Now, take a deep breath. You are awesome. Thank you for joining us.